Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name's Emily, welcome to my channel. So today's video is a little bit, I'm calling this my first Christmassy look. Now I was like looking for like Christmas colours and blue actually comes up, and I think I read that it's something to do with it relates to Mary, so that is my reasoning behind this blue look. It is slightly inspired by Erin Rose. She is like I'll put her username like on the screen. Basically I attempted this look last night at like, I think it was like 11 o'clock. I was like doing, it was either 10 or 11 o'clock. I was like, I'm gonna just attempt this eyeshadow look, and I just thought it flopped, and I sent it to her on Twitter. I sent her a video and she replied saying like how proud of me she was for it. She was like, oh my god, you did that. And I was like, the queen of eyeshadow has just told me that she's proud of me for a look that I thought had flopped. She was like, yes, you blend that to the brow. I was like, wow. Recreated a few of her looks, and this is kind of recreation, kind of not, because I don't have glitter. This is my first proper video of my hair short. I love it. At the minute it looks a bit weird, but it's because I slept with it in a ponytail and then I've literally just straightened it so it looks bit dead on the ends, but can I show you it's not. So I've just gone ahead and done this eye, and I definitely think you could get away with like having this as a Christmas look. I think it's like a wintry / Christmas. Like I said, blue for Mary. There you go, there's your justification. All of the brushes I'm using, I believe, are from the Rio brushes collection. These are the unicorn brushes, and the palette I'm using, I'm using two palettes, but this one I thought I was going to use I thought I was going to sell through Dolly Mix Cosmetics, but I've decided that I don't want to put this at a price as high as what I was going to have to. I was going to have to sell this for like £18, which it's a good palette and everything, but I found it on Amazon for like £11, and I think there's no point in me selling it for 18 when you can get it cheaper elsewhere. The exact same palette with the exact same quality. That's just not something I was willing to do, so I am looking into more customised palettes, so palettes that I've created myself instead of just something that a manufacturer sells and I've bought and sell as my own, if that makes sense. You can get this palette on Amazon for like £11. You literally just search for colourful eyeshadow palette and it's the first thing that comes up. So the first brush I'm using is the Rio 17 brush from the Unicorn collection, and I'm just going to go in with this dark blue and black. So I literally pat into the colours and I pat the black as well, and then I go back into the blue because you don't want the black to be the first colour that lays down, if that makes sense. And I'm literally just gonna press that into my crease. Just keep going back into them two colours and make sure that the blue is the last colour that you dip into, because the black will give it that darkness. Because I'll just try and compare a swatch. This one's the one with black in it, and as you can see it's much more intense, it's much darker, and that's the one with just the blue. So that's why I had the black, to get that more intense like depth, because I find that before what I was doing was I was using colours that were too similar, trying to blend them out together. So I'd use like that blue and then I'd use a lighter blue, but the lighter blue would just sort of blend into it instead of like with this it'd blend into it and make it look like one colour, whereas with this you can see the difference. I'm literally so excited that it's like Christmas time. I feel like Christmas is probably like my favourite time of the year. And I've asked for one thing this year, and that's a camera of like my mum, stepdad, my grandma and granddad, and that's just because I want to up like my YouTube quality. And I feel like if I ask for makeup, like I do appreciate getting makeup, but I mean as like a main present, like an expensive eyeshadow palette or whatever, I can save so easily for that, whereas with like a camera I can't save myself for that because I don't have the money for it. And now it looks intense, but I'm going to make it even more intense because I want the best colour payoff. So I'm just dipping back into them 2 shades and I'm just going to pack and keep packing, and I'll leave all this in so you can see like how much I do go back in, because I feel like that's one thing that Erin doesn't really show, and I think it's just because she thinks it's like probably going to be boring or whatever, but I think it's really helpful to see how much you have to actually build up the colour for it to give the best colour payoff. Because I always used to think that Erin just sort of like went in with the first colour, packed it, and then that was it, she'd be happy with it. But I know for a fact she goes in so many more times than colours to build the pigment, which is what I'm doing now. And you just keep patting / packing, and I find that this method really helps instead of like blending out a colour. And another thing I'm quickly going to do to make it a little bit more blue instead of like bluey green, because I find that this is quite really hard to like show you on camera because it's not picking up very well, but it's much more bluey green. I've just, oh no, please go. Oops. This is the Revolution Pro Mischief Regeneration Trends Mischief Matte palette, and I'm just going in with the shade Indication, which is this like, it's kind of a navy blue, and literally I just sort of swirl my brush and then pat the powder that's loose, and I just go over the top of that to make the blue more of an intense blue. And I found that this actually made such a difference compared to last night. Like the colour of blue is much more dramatic when you pack over another blue, if that makes any sense at all. Now that I'm happy with the pigment of that first colour, I'm going to go in with the Rio 11 brush, and I'm using quite like pencil-y type brushes, and this is where the Revolution palette comes in. So I've been finding these 2 palettes are like my go-to palettes. Like I can't just use one of them, I have to use them both together when I'm creating looks. I'm just going in with this light blue, starting in the middle. I'm going to hold my brush quite far down, start in the middle, half on the other shade, half off, and just blend. Okay, so it looks a hot mess at the minute, but what I'm going to do is just get a clean brush. This is the Rio 14 brush, and just blend out the edges of that lighter blue. Okay, that looks a little bit patchy in a minute, but that's fine. I'm going to go back in with the first like blue and black combo, and I'm just going to take it a little bit higher than what I did. Because that light blue is sort of overtaking a bit in this area, which I don't want that to do. I want my main colour to be that really intense bluey black colour. So now going in with the lighter blue again, nothing else on my brush, like no extra product on my brush and just blend in. And then again back in with a clean brush. I don't want it to be too winged out. And just bring that in a little bit. It's going a little bit too far. Okay, now just sticking with that clean brush and just, I don't really know what I do at this point. I just sort of like swipe and then sort of pat. I do all sorts in this bit, and then I'm going to go in with another clean brush. I'm going to go in with slightly fluffier brush. This is the Morphe MB23 brush, and I didn't do this on the other eye, but I feel like I need to on this one. Just sort of swirling over. I don't know why on this eye it's gone a bit different than this one, but it's fine. I'm going to take the first blue black again, nothing extra on my brush, and just pat. And then again back in with that lighter blue and just soften the edges of the darker colour. Okay, now I feel like I'm somewhat happy with that. I'm going to cut my crease and just make like a halo eye. To do this I'm literally using the Maybelline, is it Maybelline? Yeah, the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation. This is just a foundation that's in the wrong shade, so that's the reason I use this. There's no particular reason why, like there's no, I don't find that this is like a really good base or anything. Like it's good, it works. I really want to try the P. Louise base because I've always just stuck with like a foundation or concealer. And I'm literally just gonna, to begin with, I just sort of put concealer close to my lash line and look up, and as you can see that's sort of created a bit of a shape, and then I'm just going to go over and just sort of make that shape a bit more, and then doing the same on the outer edge of as what we've just done with the rest of it. Just look up, and that shape is pretty much there. This works really well for hooded eye, but that shape's pretty much there. We just need to make it a bit more precise. So what I'm going to do now is go back in with that darker mix of blue and black, and then I just like pack it on the outer corner. So I'm just packing the darker colour. Oh my god, I've got really bad, my leg's dead. Darker colour on the outside, on the outer corner, oh my god, on the outer corner and inner corner. And I just sort of pack it so that this dead leg's really do my head in. So it's sort of like in a diagonal, and then with what's left on my brush, not putting any more on it, this will create the lighter colour, so it's going to be like a gradient. So just very lightly pack in, packing, swiping the brush, and this will create like a lighter blue. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but then what I do is I'm going in with this shimmery blue shade in the centre of the lid. Just pack it. Oh my god, it's breaking up really bad over here. Why is it doing that? It wasn't doing that before. Anyway, packing that blue into the centre of the lid. Okay, my cut is so much more precise on this eye than this eye. That's really going to bug me. And it's a bit higher as well, okay? I'm going to try and fix that if I can. So my eyes look very, very slightly different, but I'm so happy with how this eye's gone. I think I need to blend a tiny bit in the middle actually. In the middle, at the... Oh, good catch. I'm just dropping everything today, I swear. I'm just gonna blend this part of my eye a little bit more. Okay, I'm happy with that. That wasn't the greatest idea. For moisturiser slash primer, I'm going in with the Olay Double Action. This is for normal to dry skin. This is the day cream and primer. Yeah, this is for normal to dry skin. Oh my god, that's such a big blob. I'm sort of like combination. I'm oiling my T-zone a lot of the time, and I am, what am I on about? Oiling my T-zone and sort of normal to dry everywhere else. So probably not the best thing to be using, but it works really well as a primer, so I'm going to use it anyway. So for foundation, if you haven't guessed, I mean, I've been using this, like if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know I've been using this like every day. This is the Primark My Perfect Colour foundation, and this is in the shade, I think it's in the shade Nude Beige. Oh no, it's just in nude. This is the wrong shade for me, so please don't come for me. I do blend it down my neck. I did actually go into Primark the other day to see if they had my oh my god, excuse the dry shampoo. I did go into Primark the other day to see if they had my shade, but they don't, which is great. I'm literally the palest person in the world. I've got another concealer that I've never used before. This is the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eraser Concealer. I'm going to try this because I feel like people have hyped up about before. Okay, I usually go for a lighter concealer, but that's fine. I got this for my birthday off my sister. That is so messy. Oh my god. I really like the concealer itself, it's just it's not brightening enough for me, but that looks really flawless. For powder, I'm taking the Collection Primed and Ready Invisible Setting Powder, and I love to literally like cake my face in this. This ring light is making everything look so flawless. I'm really sorry, completely forgot about this. If you can see on screen, like when here, if you can see my brush, basically my screen protector has smashed and it's literally cut across my camera, and I didn't realise until like yesterday that it's cut across my camera. So like when I hold things like over this direction, it literally reflects onto the screen like whilst I'm filming, which is so annoying. But yeah, I didn't notice until literally like yesterday, and I need to order another screen protector because I literally put it on like not even a week ago and I've already smashed it, which isn't like me at all. For contour, I've really been enjoying the Imagination Highlight to the Moon palette, and I like to take, this is so annoying, I like to take the shades literally with a tiny bit of Can't Deal. Highlight, I'm taking the Revolution Skin Kiss highlighter in the shade Pink Kiss. Under the eyes, I haven't even decided what I'm going to do, but I think I'm just going to take the dark blue and blend it out with the light blue. Nothing extra on my brush, and I'm going to see if this works well or not. I did take it a little bit far down, but there's not really too much I can do about that. So it's kind of gone a little bit far down, makes me look like I've got literal black eyes, but it's fine. I'm going to do lashes next, taking the style Honey. These are literally like my favourite style from Dolly Mix SL at the minute. Have got another lash order on the way, so stay tuned for that. For mascara, I'm using the Pretty Little Thing mascara. This is like a sample thing that I got sent, so I just thought I'd use it, and I've been using it pretty much every day just because it's there to use. Final thing is I use this lip smacker as like a lip gloss. It's just a lip balm, and I'll leave my foundation on my lips. It gives them a little bit of like colour when I put this lip balm on. This one's in the scent Salted Caramel, and I think Primark do these because I think I saw like the Pepsi ones and stuff the other day, and I absolutely love this. It looks like a gloss, it hydrates your lips obviously because it's a lip balm, and I just find it works really well instead of using lipsticks. I found that I was using lipsticks, but like when I was doing these really bright colours, it was looking like, I don't know, what's the word? They were looking a bit orangey and a bit like, that doesn't really look like right. Whereas when I use like a tiny bit of foundation over my lips, my natural lip colour, and just use a lip balm, I find that it works really well, and sort of it looks normal, it doesn't look strange. So setting spray, that is the last thing. For setting spray, I just use the Rimmel London hashtag Insta Fix and Go. This is a 2-in-1 primer and setting spray, so you can use this before your foundation and everything as well as after. This smells doesn't taste good, but it smells good. It smells like watermelons or something. I don't know if it's got, I don't know if it's got like a scent in it, but to me it smells like watermelon. Just gonna fix up my hair a little bit. Okay, so this is the end of this natural makeup look. No, I'm joking. That's the end of this like dramatic blue Christmassy wintry sort of makeup tutorial. Really hope that you enjoyed sort of having an actual tutorial instead of like a challenge or a testing video, because I feel like I've done like one proper tutorial I think, and that was on a pink look, but even then I feel like it wasn't my best, whereas with this I look at it and I think like wow, like I am amazed with how well I've done with this look. So please make sure you give this video a like if you enjoyed. Comment down below any future videos that you want to see. My brows are a little bit lost, I'm going to fix it up, I'm not quite done yet. Yeah, comment down below any future videos that you want to see, any looks that I've done on my Instagram that you want a tutorial on, then like leave like the little camera, like the video camera emoji on any of my looks that I post on Instagram that you want to see a tutorial on. I'm so impressed with this eyeshadow. I feel like I've really stepped up my game like in the past night. So yeah, I don't know what else. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, that's a huge thing. I've recently hit 500, which thank you so much. Really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you in my next video.